Batman, in the iconic cape and cowl, he stands as a symbol of justice and resilience in the face of darkness. But what if, in a twist of fate, Gotham's guardian possessed a vulnerability akin to Superman's kryptonite? What would Batman's greatest weakness be? To embark on this exploration, we must first understand the essence of Batman. Unlike his superpowered counterparts, Batman relies solely on his intellect, physical prowess, and an arsenal of gadgets to combat crime. His human limitations have always been his strength, showcasing that even without extraordinary abilities, one can still rise to greatness. However, introducing Kryptonite into Batman's narrative introduces a fascinating dynamic. Kryptonite, the radioactive element from Superman's home planet, is his ultimate weakness, sapping him of his powers and leaving him vulnerable. If Batman were to possess such a vulnerability, it would undoubtedly redefine the dynamics of his battles and the essence of his character. One could argue that Batman's greatest weakness lies not in physicality, but in the depths of his psyche. The trauma of witnessing his parents' murder as a child serves as the cornerstone of his identity. This psychological vulnerability, if exploited, could cripple even the strongest of men. Just as Kryptonite weakens Superman, Batman's emotional scars could render him incapacitated, clouding his judgment and leaving him susceptible to manipulation. In the rich tapestry of Batman lore, we've seen glimpses of his vulnerabilities intertwined with his adversaries' machinations. Take, for instance, the psychological warfare waged by the Joker. The clown prince of crime preys on Batman's sense of morality and sanity, pushing him to the brink of his limits. In the acclaimed graphic novel The Killing Joke, the Joker's relentless assault on Batman's psyche underscores the fragility of his mental state, hinting at a vulnerability far more profound than any physical ailment. Moreover, Batman's commitment to his no-kill rule could be seen as both a strength and a weakness. While it distinguishes him as a beacon of morality in a morally ambiguous world, it also creates a moral quandary that villains can exploit. Imagine a scenario where Batman's resolve is tested, forcing him to choose between his principles and the greater good. Such a dilemma could expose his vulnerability, revealing that even the Dark Knight is not immune to moral ambiguity. In the realm of cinema, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy masterfully explores Batman's vulnerabilities. In The Dark Knight Rises, we witness Bruce Wayne stripped of his physical capabilities and forced to confront his limitations. This portrayal highlights the notion that Batman's greatest weakness is not a physical ailment, but the loss of his identity and purpose. In conclusion, while Batman may not possess a literal kryptonite, his vulnerabilities are woven into the fabric of his character. From his psychological scars to his unwavering moral code, Batman's weaknesses serve to humanize him, making him relatable to audiences worldwide. In the end, it is these vulnerabilities that define him as a hero, showcasing that true strength lies not in invincibility, but in the resilience to endure and overcome adversity. So, the next time you ponder Batman's vulnerabilities, remember that even the Dark Knight has his weaknesses, albeit ones that are not readily visible.